Hi everyone, this is Linda, your Back in the Groove Again coach with an interesting series. Now, as you know, I am your Back in the Groove Again coach, and some people say, well, what does that mean to get back in a groove again? Now, if you're from a certain era or a certain age group, you know what groovy meant. So back in your groove just means, getting back where you're feeling yourself again, where you're feeling in balance, where you're feeling good, you're feeling your groove. So in this series, it's all about interviewing different coaches that offer different services that I do. So I'll be interviewing some health coaches, some dating coaches, some business coaches, all sorts of different coaches that can help you get your groove back on. It's going to be great. And so I'm hoping that you really enjoy this series. And if there are other people you want me to interview to help you understand certain things, please do let me know. Send me an email at linda@backinthegrooveagain.com. Enjoy the series. Bye now. Hi, Maria, and thank you for agreeing to be interviewed.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Glad to be here.
As you know, I'm a Back in the Groove Again coach for people in midlife. And as you're probably aware, a lot of people in midlife and beyond actually think that they're getting old and that they can't change their habits. And from what I understand, you are 76 years old.
Yes.
You've lost 120 pounds since 2006, and you've got 30 pounds to go. You've reversed the need for glasses, as I'm saying that with my reading glasses. No medication, perfect blood pressure. You work 6 days a week, and you've been doing that for 15 years. You've only canceled one appointment. You're pain-free, and you even haven't had a cold since 2006. Seriously, that is amazing. So you're the perfect coach to talk about health and health as we pass our midlife. And the first question I want to ask you is, can you tell us what you've actually been doing since 2006 to get you on this healthy path?
Sorry about that. There was a call coming in, which I stopped them, but they're still doing it. So anyway, so since 2006 is when I graduated from massage school. Now, prior to that, I'd always been a health nut. I was a vegetarian for 25 years. I raised my children as vegetarians. And then, life got me. And life got me just like it gets everybody. I fell off the wagon. I did whatever I could. I've been a dancer also for 25 years. And, I completely forgot and this is why I think I'm really able to help people, is because I've been through it.
Yeah.
I've lost my weight. I ruined my health. I ruined my posture. I created a lot of pain. And I did it through doing massage. Because that was really massage ended up being the path that I should have been on. Because I knew about the body. I did a lot of work on learning about it. And the whole point is like, everybody's got one.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a body, but nobody, it's like if you got in a car and you didn't know how to drive, I wouldn't put a step on the gas.
Yeah, that's right.
So what happens to people, I think, is that as things start to happen to their body, as they get past, as you in your area, talking about past midlife, what happens to people is they get scared.
Yeah.
They don't understand their body, and they start looking for remedies outside of themselves to fix it.
Yeah.
So what I did actually is, when I got to massage school, I was horrible. I was weighing, I'm only 5'4". So picture a 5'4" person weighing almost 300 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like not good. Every joint in my body hurt. I was eating out all the time because that was it. There was nothing else I could do at that time. I think I could have, but it just was overwhelming. I was working full time and going to school full time.
Yeah.
So when I got out of school and I started doing massage, I said, I'm done with this lifestyle. I know better. And I didn't go like on another diet, because I've been on every diet known to man. I'm telling you, I have. And what that does is absolutely destroy your metabolism over time.
Yeah.
Yo for my whole life, starvation, all the crazy stuff that people do. So I said, I'm not doing that. I'm just slowly but surely getting back on the right path as where it comes to food and what's going in my mouth. So it wasn't overnight, obviously since 2006, right? It wasn't overnight, but I know this. The body does not like, the body's like a tree. It does not change overnight. And it doesn't like shock treatment.
That's right, yeah.
So I didn't do shock treatment. I actually knew that. And I just gradually stopped bad practices. That's really what I did.
Now you said gradually. Is that part of the key?
Key.
Yeah.
I think people think I'm going on a diet. I'm going to be on it for 6 weeks and then I can do whatever I want. Oh, hell no.
Doesn't, yeah.
Did I swear?
I'm not going to edit this, okay, Maria? Sorry. I can't edit one word.
Oh, gee. But that's really, I think that's what it is. People, I think your lifestyle, you have to just say to yourself, how do I want to live for the rest of my life? Let's see. Do I want to stop drinking wine forever? No, I'm Italian. I'm not stopping drinking wine. So how I did it, I actually did, I went on the ketogenic diet, but that was over time. I was paleo for a few years. I cut down meat consumption, not even consciously, it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Just gradually, as you start to feel better, you have less cravings, everything.
Right.
So I said, I want to drink wine, but I can't do it. And what I discovered, first of all, wine has 0 glycemic index. It does not, it's not an insulin trigger. I didn't, did I know that? No, you just look at calories. But when you stop looking at calories, then you got to stop because that'll drive you crazy.
Yes.
Micro, macro, measure. I don't think it's sustainable. So here's what I did. I found out that if you drink wine, and I think people would really want to know this, who even drink alcohol, mixed drinks are really not good. But alcohol, straight whiskey, straight tequila, wine,
Really?
wine is healthy, actually.
Red or white?
Well, I think it's what you like.
Okay.
I think everybody says red is better, it's more nutritious, but I think if you hate red, it's not going to work. So here's what happens. When you drink wine with food, which is what, don't we all do this? This is how wine is paired with this food, or wine is paired with that food. But actually, when you drink wine with food, what it does is your liver gets an alert. And your liver says, oh, alcohol. And it stops digestion right there, and it begins to handle the alcohol. Now, what happens to the food? Well, I can't tell you how long it took me to find out what happens to the food. Because then I thought, well, it must get stored as fat. What's going on with the food? Well, how about this? Nothing. It's sitting in your stomach, and it's getting cooked. So think about this. Let's say you had, I don't know, pasta, whatever. So now the heat of the stomach is like an oven. Okay, let's pretend you put the pasta in the oven. What's going to happen if it sits there? It's going to dry out and get hard as a rock and become indigestible. So drinking with food, and that's what I did. It's either an hour before you eat, and you do it with water, or an hour after.
So you really have to
I
pay
do it
attention.
after.
Yeah, you got to really pay attention to the order of
but
things.
these are things that ultimately will become a habit.
Yeah.
You'll just know.
Right. Yeah.
So that was a big discovery, because when I was going to go on the ketogenic, and it took me, I can't tell you how long it took me to find this out, because this kind of stuff is not sitting out there on your Google.
Yeah.
You have to dig. You really have to dig. And I was determined, because I'm not going on a ketogenic diet and now I can't drink anymore.
Well, that's it. And I think most people are, our age, want to have a drink every now and then.
We also want to have a life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
And I think that's what people think. They go, oh, I have clients of mine, my massage clients, and and I coach them on these things because it's all part of it. I can work on you from now to doomsday. And if you don't do anything when you go home, you're coming back next week exactly the way you left.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to improve. So I tell them about these things and they'll say, oh, not everybody can do that. And you know what I say to this? Listen, I was vegetarian in the 70s. There was none of this stuff. You can walk into a store now and find all this.
I know.
You can find all the organic food. You can find all this. And back then, I mean, it was the same thing. You have to dig like crazy for information.
Right.
And then where was the internet?
Well, yeah, it didn't exist back then.
So that when people tell me they can't do it now, I swear I don't feel like being an enabler about that because it's too easy now. To me, it's too easy.
So do you think it's a choice that people in midlife can actually make? They are choosing to, look at their health, look at what they're eating, how they're eating it? Does it become a choice?
Yes. Because here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's your option? What's going to happen if you don't do it?
Well, yeah, you get old, you get sick, you die
Let's face it, there's some horrible stats out there about our American health system right now. Mm-hmm. And I was doing some work with some people about this and all these concerns with the COVID and all the stuff that's happening. So I did some digging, and what do I find out? Guess where we are on the World Health spectrum of the best, the healthiest and the least healthiest in the world? Where do you think we are?
United States?
Yes. Where do you think we are?
I think you guys are number one.
The United States?
Are you?
We're 70.
Oh, really?
And 60% of people in this country have one or more chronic diseases.
Wow.
We are very sick.
Well, so which is the first country that's really
Spain.
sick?
Spain is number one in health. I don't know. I didn't do the rest of the research on that.
Yeah.
But they are number one as having the healthiest population, which I thought that's interesting.
Oh, okay. Number one for being the healthiest. Excellent. Cool.
But we are like, sadly, and the only reason I kind of wasn't surprised is because I see it with my clients, with my massage clients.
Yeah.
People, and it's getting younger and younger, and that's even scarier. 29 years old, 30 years old, 25 years old, 40 years old. I have very few clients over the age of 50 anymore. And that used to be the big thing. And they're probably all dead for all I know.
Well, I was going to say, are they all dead, or did they decide to kind of start living healthy?
They could be.
Yeah. Interesting.
Some of them, they're in very, very bad condition. And and I'm thinking to myself, I said, look at this. So don't tell me you can't do it. What's your option? You want a walker? Yeah. Do you want a wheelchair?
Yeah.
I see it in your future. You think I'm joking? I took care of my mother for many years. My mother died when she was 98.
Right. Yeah.
But her last years they weren't happy. They weren't happy. She had rheumatoid arthritis, and the decline, it was very sad for me.
Right.
It was very sad.
And even that can be helped or alleviated, right? Arthritis?
Yes, it can. Today, with the information we have, there's somebody who I admire. There's a couple of people I admire quite a lot, and one of them is Dr. Walls, WAHL''S, Dr. Walls, Terry Walls. She cured herself of muscular sclerosis, which she was in serious decline. She had it for about 10 years. She was a doctor. She was working from a zero gravity chair.
Wow.
She was in really bad condition, and it was getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
And she weaned herself off all medications and was running a marathon in 18 months.
Wow. Yeah.
So when you see things like this and you tell this to people all go, yeah, that's her. No. She shared everything on this TED Talk
Right.
And if you want it, I'll send it to you because I think it's valuable. Every once
Yeah.
in a while, I repost it because I think people need to know they're not stuck.
That's right. And then that leads us to our next question. What are some of the challenges that people that are, over midlife, what are they going through? What are you hearing are some of their health challenges?
Well, most of it, because I'm a massage therapist, most of what I see is chronic pain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's other stuff. People have other stuff. They're taking medications for different things. A lot of high blood pressure.
Yes, yes.
A lot of obesity. Uh,
Well,
and they,
cholesterol, right? Cholesterol problems.
oh, yeah, but you see, here's the thing. Everybody thinks, so this is something, I mean, I didn't always know this because we were all indoctrinated into a low-fat, high-carb diet. But look what happened to our country. Bunch of
Yeah.
fat people, sick people walking around.
Yeah.
So and here's what I like to say. I like to share information with people because, I mean, it's not just about me sitting here with the one answer. There's tons of answers out there and designed for each and every person.
Yes.
And Dr.
Yes.
Mercola,
Oh,
to
yes.
me, is the most anal man on earth. I'm saying it out loud because, no, he's so picky. I love him for this. He's so picky and
okay.
he's
So you're saying this.
detailed.
Okay, got it.
He's so detailed, and I so admire this, but he's written about 5 books on the ketogenic diet. Now we're talking about somebody who's an information junkie, and he does share it, and it's all free. You don't have to pay. So much of that information is sitting on his website, which is gigantic. And what I found out is that when we get a flexible metabolism, which is what he calls it, which means we're burning both carbs and fat.
Mm.
When we get that, cholesterol is gone.
Oh.
The fat burns fat. You're burning fat. So guess what else goes?
Yeah, that's right. No
All
place.
the fat.
Mm.
Because when you burn fat for fuel, you use it. So you use the fat that's being stored up in your veins, and all of that stuff is gone.
Right, right.
Now, I think he always says this, everybody check with your doctor. I mean, just because. But,
Yeah.
you're not going to die from the ketogenic diet, I don't think.
And interesting, I did a workshop Wednesday and Sunday, and one of the participants was on she said she was on that keto, and she needed to, God, what's the word? I might have to edit this part because I'm trying to think of the word.
Cycling. Are you talking about cycling?
No. She was not eating. Come on, help me out with the word.
Oh, intermittent fasting, which I do every day.
This is what she was on.
I don't eat till 2:00 every day,
and
which gives me about 18 hours of no food.
Yeah, well, she didn't eat, and she was okay to eat after 12, she was saying. So.
And here's what's really, when you're on keto, here's the beauty of keto. You're not hungry. So the intermittent fasting is very simple. You don't even think about food, and then you say, oh, it's 2:00. Because I eat later at night. So you eat in an 8-hour window. You don't eat all day. And this is not a big deal after you do it for a while and you're not hungry. Right. In the beginning, it's tough. But once you become fat, that's how you know if you're fat adapted. This is the beauty of Dr. Mercola. You know if you're fat adapted if you're not hungry.
Interesting. So if somebody was going to be, just at least thinking about this, this leads to my next question. What are some of these simple strategies that they could be using to get some results? Now, not results like you, because that takes a lot of time, but to get some results.
You start on keto, works really fast. It really does. I mean, the amount of weight that I've lost since I got on it, which I've been on it for about a year, and the amount of weight that I've lost since I got on it is a different kind of weight. My body shape changed. And that was really interesting because actually the fat is going. Now, it really is designed to get rid of the visceral fat, which is the dangerous fat all around your organs. So, and there's a lot of groups on Facebook. I like the keto, the beginner's keto. Now they're very strict in there. I'm not that strict, so, but the amount of weight loss, tremendous. One lady in not even 6 months, she was saying to me, and I told her, I said, I'm not in a hurry. But she was saying, she says, yeah, take a look at this. I've lost 120 pounds in 6 months.
That seems like a lot, Maria.
I know, but the
Doesn't
thing
it?
is, well, what's really important about this is that, and this is why I originally got on this. She reversed diabetes. So, and that, to me, when a person is that big, she was very big.
Yeah.
She had the photo there. When a person is that big, that it's probably a good thing for it to go as quickly as possible.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah. So, and not only that, people have reversed cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory diseases, and I see the big difference in my pain levels. Like I said, I can't even believe it myself. So, as my posture improves, though, my posture really went to hell when I was first doing massage, and nothing was hurting. So I forgot everything. I was doing volume work, and volume work is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Massage. So
you don't notice it right away, but it takes a toll over time, right?
Over time. And then one day someone took a photo of me, and I said, what the hell is that? I couldn't believe it. So yeah. So that's it. I think the intermittent fasting, which is the important thing about that, you know what you're doing? You are devouring dead cells from your body. That's what it's for.
That sounds gross. Excuse me.
It does. It sounds gross, but the point is, I think it's more gross if they stay there.
Right. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. Now, I do visualizations and I try to focus on positive mindset, but maybe.
So you just have to kind of reframe it a little. But I love that idea. And now he's got another one for people that have, been on keto for a while. He's got another one called Keto Fast, which is a special fast. It's a special fast, and he's kind of, remember what I said? Yeah. He's really, yeah.
You used the word anal.
Yes, I did. So, but it's to be admired in his profession, because too many people are not.
Well, people want to be informed.
Yes, I think they really do.
If there's anything I could say about people, our age, is that we don't trust the medical system so much anymore. We want to, help ourselves as much as possible.
Well, it's the scary thing that I've seen probably in the last decade with the medical system right now is people can have serious issues. I had one client that had a hairline fracture, and she couldn't get into a doctor.
Yeah.
So this has become a very scary time. And if you don't know what you're doing, anything can happen.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's a perfect segue for our next question. If, and we're pretending, if I was one of your clients, I call you up or I check you out on I send you an email. What's the process? How would you help me? How would you work with me?
Well, first we do, just going along with Christian's program, first we do a free session, talk about, let's see what you're thinking. Do you have issues you want to talk about? What are you planning on doing about it? Have you done anything about it? Those kind of questions. And then if you decide after that process that we're a good fit, if we both decide that we're a good fit, I send you an intake form.
Oh.
Now, the intake form, before I work with you, I want to know everything that's bothering you. How long do you have the pain? Where is it? When does it hurt, morning or night? How do you relieve the pain? Are you taking drugs? All of these kinds of questions are vital, because I can't help you if I don't have all of it.
Yeah.
Because I can't just, so I do, I don't know if you know what Egoscue is.
No. Egoscue.
Egoscue is a postural alignment system developed by a physical therapist. I can do this online. I don't have to touch you.
Really?
So if you are this person and all you want to do is get rid of the pain and you tell me, I don't care, I want to eat all the junk I want to eat, but I just want to get rid of the pain, I can set up a program that's customized for you.
Wow. So I want to make sure I get you. People who approach you have pain. They experience.
Most of the time, yes.
They experience
That's
pain.
how it starts.
Got it. Yeah.
What
And
do
is
you
the
think?
pain
I mean, I'm going to
always-
ask you one question though. What do you think of all the things that a person over 50 experiences, which is first signals them that something's going downhill? What is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. I know it's a pain of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
exactly that first.
Yeah.
But why you have it? You can have it because you eat inflammatory foods.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not just bad posture, which is usually, it's really at the root first. But if somebody got my program, the Egoscue program would come with it.
Cool. Great. So we're nearing the end of our interview.
How much fun did I have? I had fun.
We're not done yet. I just want to know, how do we get a hold of you? If somebody wants, somebody's listening to the video, they want to get a hold of you, what do they do?
I have to get onto my fan page or my profile on Facebook. It is Maria.
Okay.
Now, you can't have Maria Sino, Sino, Anderson Jackson. You have to put all the names in because it's 500 million Marias and there's 500 million Andersons and Jacksons. So I'm stuck with it.
and we're going to add that to the video. So you'll send me the detail and I'll add that to the video.
Thank you. Okay. And then also, I mean, on LinkedIn, you can find me.
Yeah, that's right. And I've got your link for LinkedIn. So I'll add that to the video.
Right.
Okay, excellent.
So anybody that wants to have a free session, I offer them my free report.
Oh, cool. Okay, excellent. And is there anything else you want to tell us before we call it a day? We call it a successful
99% of what's wrong is what you eat. It really is.
Yeah.
That's where our country is really.
So where's the first thing? We know it's about eating. What's the first thing people should be cutting out, for example?
GMOs and non-organic food. You got to get rid of the pesticides. And you got to get rid of GMOs, which really don't have much nutrition. I hate to tell you how many sicknesses are happening just because of these two things.
Yeah, well, that's a good place to start. All right, so I'm going to thank you again, Maria, for showing up, for telling us all of this wonderful information. And of course, I'll have the links to Maria's information. And if you want to get a hold of her, she's your coach.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for having me. Been so nice to meet you too.
Absolutely. Good.
In your face.
Thank you. And that's a cut. All right.
Cut.
Okay.
There. Have a great day, girl.
Thank you. And it was really, really nice talking with you.